Welcome to Honduras This Week online news videocast for Monday, April 28, 2008. This videocast is brought to you by Minister Sweet, Sweet Dreams. Public prosecutors' hunger strike becoming a complicated affair. Public prosecutors who until recently worked for the Honduran Attorney General's office recently began a hunger strike in response to failed negotiations and requests regarding corruption cases. 2 weeks ago, prosecutors ceased talks with General Prosecutor Leonidas Rosa Bautista following a lengthy, complex negotiation process, a potentially embarrassing situation for the controversial nationalists and their Attorney General. Álvaro Morales Molina tells us more in the National section. In this week's editorial, Who to Believe? Hondurans are now witness to a melodrama playing out in the Attorney General's office. 3 weeks ago, a small group of prosecutors started an unprecedented hunger strike. The 6 attorneys, who are claiming to be victims of a corrupt system, took control of their organization. According to these attorneys, they decided to confront and fight against the terrible cancer of corruption that has reached all levels of the organization, including the Attorney General. Read the full article in the opinion and editorial section. Colombia's Parapolitica raises international concerns. Colombia's complicated internal conflict challenges the administration of President Álvaro Uribe, who finds himself flanked by both sides of the armed ideological divide. The demobilization or defeat of the irregular militias from the left and the right have become the central proposition for his presidency and have defined his nation's contemporary domestic struggle for peace and security. Read the full article by James W. Bowden in the Central America section. Awakening the can-do spirit in Honduras. One of the strengths of foreign volunteers in Honduras is their ability to be adaptive, creative, and innovative. Teams that visit the country each year have tremendous resources at their disposal, including medical skills, technical know-how, and money. But that which is most consistent among these groups is a can-do positive spirit that refuses to accept that something is too difficult or impossible to be done. Read this inspiring article by Marco Cáceres in the National section. Surgical Brigade to Honduras offers more than surgery alone. Sandra Alfonso from Little Rock, Arkansas, narrates her experience as a volunteer in Hospital Escuela with Operation New Life in Honduras. The volunteers of this medical brigade open their hearts even outside the surgery rooms and hand out love through the entire hospital. Read the full story by Sandra Alfonso in the National section. Honduran cantaloupe ban adds up to a $13 million loss. After 8 days of closed borders to cantaloupes grown in Honduras for suspected contamination with salmonella, the U.S. resumed melon sales in its markets on March 28th. Although the Honduran production company in question had to dismiss 1,800 employees, the actual presence and cause of the bacterium in the fruits has yet to be established. Todd Ellerson tells us more in the business and economic section. Japan donates emergency equipment to Copeco. Representatives of the Japanese International Cooperation Agency JICA donated this month a complete set of specialized equipment to the Permanent Commission of Contingencies Copeco in order to be prepared for emergencies caused by landslides, floods, and fires. The donated equipment is valued at 300,000 lempiras. Read the full article by Rosa Flores in the National section. Mount View in Valle de Angeles. Finally, a later night dining option opens. Valle de Angeles is known as the place to go for excellent Honduran crafts and souvenirs. The streets are filled with an ample selection of artisan souvenir shops. But what this historic Spanish mining town lacks, for many visitors, is somewhere to get a late-night meal or drink in an environment that matches the peaceful views and surroundings of the area. A former Canadian naval engineer by the name of Tony believes that he has found the answer. He has opened a restaurant called Mount View. Read the Buen Provecho column by Oliver Rees in the Cultural section. This has been your online update for Honduras. I'm Nicole Marder for Honduras This Week Online. Have a great day and see you next week.